Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Scotty Eaton here. This is my second podcast episode, but the first one that I am recording over video as well on my trusty iPad. I will be uploading the footage to YouTube when I'm done, and I will keep this episode, I guess I could say, short and sweet. A lot of stuff to talk about. Sorry, it's been a few weeks since the first episode dropped. I wanted to do another one, but scheduling with my buddy Dan didn't quite work out, so no worries. Here I am doing the second episode solo once again, but it's all good. A lot of things to talk about right now. Let me make sure I actually record the podcast as well, because that would be pretty stupid of me if I don't. So yeah, I'm gonna go on and hit record. So just a little intro music. Keeping it the same as the first week's episode, Degeneration X intro. Arguably the best intro music in professional wrestling history. That and the NWO. You can't deny that. You can't. You really can't. There's some other good ones too. You know, like The Rock, Stone Cold, New Age Outlaws, but we'll leave it at that. So, first thing I'll say is thoughts, prayers, and best wishes, all that good, positive stuff to everyone out there or down there in Houston and in some parts of Florida. Crazy that there are not one, but two hurricanes in 1 week that just destroyed cities, and just, sad that people lose everything, lose their homes, and it's just crazy to me that in not even a week you got two hurricanes that forced people in cities to evacuate completely. I go online, I see photos of actual sharks swimming around the streets. I saw one photo from Houston with a shark swimming on a highway, like right by a divider. Saw another one from Miami, not just one but multiple sharks just swimming around. Looked to be like a public area, maybe some like shopping plaza somewhere. But yeah, it's nuts, man. I don't know. You gotta admit, no matter what your beliefs are, that something is not right with the weather. It's definitely not. So hopefully everyone can stay as safe as possible. Hopefully everyone got out of there when they needed to, and the damage is done. But all that stuff can be replaced. Lives can't. So hopefully everyone was okay. And then, yeah, the other thing that pissed me off, though, I gotta admit, was seeing people leave their pets just to die, just tied up to die. I can't even imagine even thinking about leaving my dogs behind in the event of any disaster, or for any reason at all, for that matter. People sometimes move away and abandon their dogs or cats, and I don't know, don't even get me into that. I can't even think of the word for that. But anyway, so I was going to start off with something else, sports or TV wise, but since we are on the topic of the hurricane, I guess to go into politics, since it was pretty, I can't even think of the word for this either, unbelievable that Donald Trump, our current president, can go to Houston just days after people have lost everything they had. And unfortunately, some people, I believe there were a few deaths, people did die. Trump goes down there, makes a speech, and says, hey, it's all good. I hope you guys are all happy. Everyone, let's have a great time. What? Like, whatever. I really, I love, but I hate talking about Donald Trump, because as easy as it is to make fun of him and talk shit about him and just hate that guy so much, as easy as it is, it also pisses me off, because I then have to think about the fact that he is our current president for the next 3 years. Oh my god, year one's not even done yet, but whatever. What am I gonna do? I saw an article before about Kid Rock running for Senate, and I seen a few more articles with The Rock. A lot of rocks going on here, Kid Rock, The Rock, but with The Rock talking about, you know, really, really, really considering making a run for office next election. I don't even know what to say, but the fact of the matter is that this is the world that we live in today, where celebrities, musicians, rock stars, professional wrestlers, reality TV stars, actors, whoever, anyone can be president nowadays. It's really not about your political experience, it's not about your knowledge, it's not about your beliefs, it's not about what you want to do, it's about who's popular. So, I guess basically the President of the United States has turned into your average high school president's election, if you will, where it don't matter what the kid says that's running, whoever it is, he or she, it's a popularity contest, and the most popular kid wins, and that's it. So hey, what a great world we live in. I mean, hey, it is even crazier to think about that. The fact is, a former WWE professional wrestler and actor, movie star, TV star, right now would be an upgrade to our current president. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could say that the the world's crazy enough when our president has been hit with the Stone Cold Stunner by Stone Cold Steve Austin, not once but twice, two more times than you and me. I never thought I'd say that. I never thought I'd say, hey, you know what's funny? Right now, our president has been stone cold stunned two more times than me and you. But at least if The Rock wins, he can't say that anymore. The Rock's been hit with a few more stone cold stunners, I believe. This is real life. This is actually real life. I am not making any of this up. But whatever. Let me smoke this cigarette. Calm down a little bit. What it is, what it is. Anyway, fuck politics and all that. Going on to TV, I am a big fan of 50 Cent and a big fan of his hit TV show Power. The finale was cool. I liked it. I know that few people had mixed reviews on it, but overall, from everyone that I know, people enjoyed it for the most part. What is going to happen with Tasha? She is taking that body, and I mean, Terry gave her the ultimatum: I can be your lover or I can be your lawyer. Tasha said, "Okay, here's a check. You're gonna represent me or not?" So she made her decision pretty quick, and she did what she had to do. That's her son, and he did happen to use her gun to kill Ray Ray. Although I'm wondering if there will be anything about the cut on his hand from the slide bite when he shot him. I know that at the end of the episode, you saw Tasha tell him exactly what to do. Burn all your clothing, uh, jump in the shower, scrub everything. Your hands especially. Get under your nails with any gunpowder or residue. Make sure you clean all that up. But he did have a pretty noticeable cut from the slide bite right on his hand. So I'm wondering if that's going to come into play. But hey, if Tasha's going to admit it and take the charge, she's going to do it. It's her kid. She's going to do whatever it takes to keep Tyreek safe, especially after losing Reina. I still can't believe that. That definitely came out of left, right, up, down, middle field. I did not see that coming. But that's what I love about Power. Every time I think that I got it figured out, that I know what's going to happen, there's about maybe 4 or 5 different twists that I did not see coming. So I love the show for that reason. And the other thing is Dre, that motherfucker has to die. And it's really disappointing because I honestly was hoping he was going to become a cool, awesome character, starting to work for Ghost, running clubs, And then I was hoping he was going to eventually, get down with Tommy and Ghost more on the street side and put in work with them. But he wants to be a lying, bullshitting, disloyal, snake, punk ass bitch who has Julio killed and does a whole bunch of other shit, lies to Tommy Ghost's face. But hey, they know now. The truth's out. At least when they killed Muriel, they got that info out of him before Ghost killed him, so that's good. Um, yeah, Dre's got to go. He's got to go, man. It couldn't have been more perfect. The setup for season 5, just the shot of Tommy, Ghost, and Kanan in the car together, looking at Dre, and that's gonna be awesome. I love when shows do that. They take a villain that you really really almost couldn't imagine ever being on the side as the main characters, the good guys, if you will. But it happens, and the main thing with Kanan, with 50's character, he said it himself in interviews. The thing that people hate the most is him killing Sean. The fact that he killed his own son. That is a tough pill to swallow in terms of liking a character. But when you really, really think about it, you don't think about it like this at first because Kanan's Kanan. He's a street dude. He's tough, and he's about his business, and he don't care. But deep down inside, I think that he killed Sean, his own son, more because of the fact that he was hurt, not just mad. Sean picked Ghost over him. Ghost was the one that sent him to jail. And yeah, it's fucked up that he expected Sean to kill him. How could you send your own son to kill someone? I get that, but it did make sense. He thought he had to get Ghost out of the picture, and there wasn't anyone else that really could just roll up on Ghost and get the job done. So it did make sense. But when he came back and he told him, "Oh, you're a piece of shit. How could you ask me to do that?" Blah blah blah. Right before he kills him, I do believe that he was more hurt than he was mad, and that's why. It's still not the excuse. Oh yeah, it's all good. He killed his own son. I get it, but I look at it like that, which gives you a little more understanding, and now you see that they're going to be back together, and they're going to be going to war with Dre and the other old premiers that they were dealing with, along with the Jimenez cartel. So it's going to be awesome. Season 5 is going to be sick. Tommy, finally getting to meet his dad, and now that his dad introduced him to the mafia side of the family. That's, oh man, the cartels versus the Italian mob. Yeah, I hope Power's on for at least another few seasons. That's all I can say. Another show I can't wait, coming back soon, Walking Dead. Sorry, that's my dog, Mia, scratching herself, being loud. Mia, chill out. Good girl, it's alright. Yeah, Walking Dead, I believe October 29th. I could be wrong, but yeah, around end of October, Walking Dead will be back. And also going to be All Out War. Spoiler alert, if you do follow the comics, that's another same thing like I was saying with Power. I love when a show takes a villain that you couldn't imagine, working with the good guy and makes it happen. If they follow the comic, that is what is going to happen. Negan does not die. At the end of the war, Rick, instead of killing him, keeps him alive as a prisoner. And he tells him, like, look, you had things your way, and it was dumb. It was stupid. Nobody worked together. It was all about you, and I'm going to keep you alive as a prisoner to show you how wrong you were. So, he's going to put Negan in a cell, and over time, Negan's going to talk to him and, talk to Carl and the other people in Alexandria, and he's going to do his best to try to change and gain trust from Rick, which, you could try to picture, but after the premiere of season 1, killing Abraham and Glenn, you almost can't, but that's what makes great TV. Just making things happen that you do not expect whatsoever. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, All Out War is going to be amazing. From what I hear, it's without a doubt the best season of the show. The first few episodes are going to be basically mini movies, action packed, and I can't wait. It's going to be so good. So Walking Dead's coming up. Um, Other than that, I did fall off on Game of Thrones. I admit that. What did someone say? 2 years till the next season? Like, how could people do that? That's that's crazy for a show to be one of the best shows on TV, and for one season to end, and then you expect people to wait two. I mean, people are gonna wait, obviously, but that's a lot to ask. But I guess they can do it. What else is there in sports? I'm sure everyone saw the joke of a fight between Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Basically, what happened is what I expected to happen. Conor giving it, a good go. He showed great effort, and he did win a bunch of rounds. I'll give him that. I believe it was tied going into the eighth, but like I said, it was what I expected, and I think what most other people expected. Conor was not gonna, he was not gonna win the fight, and it was the definition of a puncher's chance. And Floyd was not gonna get, was gonna make sure he wasn't gonna get caught with that. So, uh, he made sure that he did what he had to do to let Conor punch himself out, get tired, and then just wait until late in the fight and then try to end it there, which he did. And it's a typical Mayweather fight. Some people are saying, "Oh, well, it was a little more exciting than usual. He was attacking him." Yeah, at the end when Conor could barely stand up straight, like, give me a break. At that point, as great of a fighter that Conor McGregor is, at that point, almost anyone that is in decent shape could be on the offensive and just keep going to attack. When a guy's that tired and can't even stand up straight, he's a mobile punching bag. That's all he is. So again, great effort for Conor McGregor, but everyone knew that this was just a money making fight, and it might as well been a ladder match. You know what I mean? It was just so I don't even care. Mayweather, the most overrated athlete in sports history. ESPN. I don't know what the fuck you guys are smoking there, but can I try some? Because it must be some great shit. The level of disrespect you guys show to Carmelo Anthony every year is nothing short of blasphemous. Ranking him the 64th. 60 fucking fourth best player in the NBA? Really? And the most blasphemous and completely fucking ridiculous thing about that was they ranked Lonzo Ball ahead of him. Lonzo Ball. A kid that has not played 1 second of an NBA game is going to come into the league and automatically be better than a perennial all-star scoring champion with the record for the most points scored in a game at the Garden. Everything Carmelo Anthony has done in the league, I know people say, "Oh, well, he's never made the finals, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, because he's never had the teammates that half these guys have had. Never played with anyone that's been as good as the teammates LeBron has had. So I don't care. Like, you take away playoff records aside, straight up skill. He's one of the best and still is one of the best scorers that the league has ever seen. And you're gonna rank Lonzo Ball ahead of him. You are going to rank Andre Drummond ahead of him. You are going to rank Brooke fucking Lopez ahead of him, and then you're going to rank Danny Green ahead of him, Danilo Gallinari ahead of him, Avery Bradley ahead of him, Robert fucking Covington ahead of him. I don't know. I Melo must have fucked someone's wife over there at ESPN or something, because I can't think of another reason why those guys who make that insane list. I can't imagine why, like what makes them think that these guys are better and should be ranked ahead of Melo. The Lonzo Ball thing just put it completely over the top, though. Like, please, man. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Another thing about ESPN too, they threw some shade towards Jamil Hill for saying basically what everyone is thinking, and no, I'm sorry, basically what everyone already knows about Donald Trump, that he's a white supremacist. Whatever. You say what you will about him. Look at his actions. Look at what he says and what he does. If it was anyone else, and I said, okay, this guy did this, and that, yeah, you say, you know what, he probably is racist. But, oh, he's the president, so you can't say anything bad about him. Whatever. It's, I just, when it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, 9 times out of 10, it's probably a duck. So that's all I'm saying. ESPN, I don't know. I can't even watch anything like seriously you guys do anymore. I still tune into First Take. I admit that. I still like Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. I do miss Skip, but I can't believe some of the shit that you guys write and you put out there. It's really insulting to any average sports fan with half a brain. But whatever, you guys, your ESPN, you can do what the fuck you want to do. It is what it is. Okay. That is my other dog, Carrie, snoring. It's okay, girl. It's okay. Now, a little bit of music. Hip hop. I saw that The Lox is going on tour with Griselda Records. Conway the Machine, Benny L. Those guys. I'm sure that'll be an awesome show that will actually have that 90s raw, real, true hip hop feel to it. It was the 10-year anniversary the other day of 50's album Curtis, which also is remembered by the challenge between him and Kanye. Who's going to sell more. And on Everyday Struggle the other day, Joe Budden said that was definitely a record label marketing ploy that had nothing to do with either one of them. I get it. I can get why you would think that. Joe Budden obviously has way more experience in the music industry in hip hop than I do, but I don't know, because I do believe that 50 wanted it. I do believe that at the time 50 thought there was no way in hell that Kanye could sell more than him. 50 had done it already with Get Rich or Die Trying, as well as The Massacre. He broke records. He went platinum first week. He was selling a lot of records. You can't deny that. And around that time, he was definitely, still in his prime, if you will, musically. And he, of course, he's going to be confident. He after Get Rich dropped, you couldn't tell him shit, especially when The Massacre dropped, and he was going at everybody. And that's what I love about 50. Hip hop has always been competitive, and it's all about, believing and showing that you are the best at what you do. So I think that 50 wanted that. I don't think that it was only just a record label marketing thing, promotion. I don't think it was just that. I do think that 50 wanted to issue that challenge, and that he truly believed he would outsell Kanye. I do agree though with what Joe said, that Kanye should say thank you to 50, because at that time, after that happened, Kanye started to really, really trend upwards musically, and got even bigger than he already was. While some can say that 50 started going down musically, but yeah, Kanye definitely benefited the most from that. So yeah, I'd say a thank you is in order. I saw an article before about Kanye and JayZ supposedly trying to end their beef, quote unquote beef. Yeah, I don't see much of a reason why they should stay mad at each other for long. I honestly think that the whole tension started with Beyonce and Jay just not really liking Miss West, Mrs. Kardashian, whatever you want to call her, Kim. And I think it started with that, and just the tension of them not wanting to be around her all the time like that. That started to build into more beef or whatever. But yeah, there's no reason I think for those guys to stay mad at each other and not talk. And they should just squash whatever it is and make some music together. I'd love to hear another JayZ and Kanye record or a few. Uh, both are still amazing and very very talented. So they still got it. Kanye's album, I'm wondering too. I'm still wondering. I'm just still thinking about him saying how he was in the way in the mountains somewhere, just away from everyone, trying to focus and be creative and come up with material for the new album. So I want to hear that definitely. I can't believe. Actually, no. I take that back. I could believe this. The Catch Me Outside girl, Danielle, whatever. I don't. Whatever. Actually is rapping now and dropped a video. These hoes, spelled HOEAUZYXW53421, #X, might as well be spelled like that. But I actually watched the video the other day. I do want those 3 minutes of my life back. And yeah, she is actually rapping now. Whatever. I would. I mean, you know, like I said though, I can believe it. I can in today's day and age. I absolutely can believe it. Literally the first day that her segment from Dr. Phil went viral with the whole "Catch Me Outside," that I'm like, the first thing I said to myself was, give her a couple weeks and she will be in the booth rapping. I'm not surprised. So I mean, hey, if you get famous off some dumb shit like that and you could run with it, I guess do your thing. But I just don't want to hear any more of any more music from her. I really don't. I'm pretty sure most others probably feel the same way. XXX Tentacion has some domestic violence disputes going on right now. He also just dropped a video for one of his songs. Uh, the video, I would imagine it might draw some controversy just because it shows him hanging a little white boy at the end of the video, literally putting a noose around a kid's neck and hanging him. I get what he was trying to say. I get the message with police brutality and all that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He might want to maybe calm down a little bit. Um, he's young. He's got the. I can understand his mentality of not giving a fuck and going through a lot of shit early on and continuing to deal with bullshit now that he's more known musically. But he's. I hope he smartens up a little bit. I don't want to see someone like him fuck up his career because out of all the new kids today, the freshman double XL class, he was pretty much one of the only ones that I actually didn't hate and would give a chance to and listen to his music. It's not totally my thing, but I can't hate on it. So hopefully, like I said, he smartens up and stays out of trouble. But we'll see. Fergie, Black Eyed Peas. Fergie dropped a new single, and I want to see her do her thing as well in music. It seems like it's been a while since we've seen her put anything out. The last thing I remember might have been what was it? That song, "My Home." Um, I can't think of any other songs that she did after that. But the one thing about that, the single, the new one that she just dropped featuring Nicki Minaj, it just kind of seemed like she was just reaching for anything to be relevant or have some type of hit by featuring Nicki Minaj on the song. I don't believe that Fergie thought to herself, "Hey, I need somebody awesome that is very talented on a feature. Let me call Nicki Minaj." I don't think that was her mentality going into that. I think she just kind of, which I kind of should say, look at Nicki as right now kind of the little Wayne of female MCs. And I don't mean Wayne in 07, 08. I mean Wayne in 2010, 11 when he I mean, you could even say before that, but he started oversaturating himself, hopping on a track with almost anyone. And it just seemed that Fergie kind of looked at Nicki as that type of artist right now. Like, oh, if I want my song out there and, as much coverage as possible, let me just get Nicki Minaj on it. I don't know. Whatever. But either way, I hope Fergie does her thing and, she can come back with a good album or some good songs. I always liked Fergie and as well as the Black Eyed Peas, so, hopefully she can do her thing. And besides that, I really don't have much else to talk about, so it's about a half an hour. Like I said, I was going to keep this podcast episode nice and short. I am about to chill and spark something else up. Not mean, nah, but I will be updating my YouTube channel more, and I will be dropping more videos. I am currently working on my second mixtape. I will be. I have dropped a few songs on my Soundcloud online, and I will continue to upload singles for this project every few days. So I will be keeping you guys posted on that. But enough of that. I'm not going to promote myself anymore on my own podcast. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. And if you like what I have to say, if you like me, if you hate me for whatever reason, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. I will be posting a lot more content and trying to get my YouTube channel going to where it should be. I was on there a while ago. I just never really made any videos myself much. I hardly ever signed into my account, but now that I've been doing music more, I have more of a reason to post stuff. And now that I'm also doing the podcast, I have another reason to continue to post more content. So thanks everyone for listening. Thanks to everyone for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Later.